Pour TV, regardez La Voix du Peuple, la télévision de La Voix du Peuple. Que Dieu vous bénisse. À très bientôt. Love you so much.
Hi guys, what's up? This is Gaze Baba. I am watching VOP TV. Usually you'll be told to not touch the dial, but I tell you to touch the dial and increase the volume. Like, keep it locked. It's Afro Gospel. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shego Arunze. You're watching VOP. Don't change the dial.
My Joe, fine girl. My Joe, fine babe. Only are you, but on the Fuji was. Yes, don't touch the dial. This is me, Dr. Adewale Iba. Keep watching VOP.
Africa is on the move, a continent of rising voices, untold stories, and powerful transformations. From the streets of Lagos to the heart of Nairobi, from the mines of Congo to the tech labs of Cape Town, the African story is being written every day. Bold, dynamic, unstoppable. This is African News on Voice of the People Television. We don't just bring you the news. We analyze and bring you Africa's heartbeat, the politics that shapes our nations, the economies that drives our future, the cultures that defines who we are, the voice that must be heard. Africa News, Africa's voice, Africa's future. Where Africa speaks, the world listens.
This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People Television, where your health has a voice.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as the Goldfish.
Hi, my name is Chiki Bright Emmanuel. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello peeps, my name is Yomi E. Adejimo.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul Utomi.
Hey everyone, my name is Stacey Benjamin and this is Voice of the People TV.
I need you to keep it locked to VOP TV. See, are you looking for good entertainment? You want to get good movies, good music, politics, talk shows, sports and entertainment. You really want a channel that gives you everything you need without you having to run around. VOP is where you are. That's Voice of the People.
If you're not listening to this,
you're not one of us. And you deserve to be killed. Scrap charge. Don't be killed, but watch it. Or I'll find you. And I want you.
And you are locked on VOP TV. Don't go nowhere. This is where the juice is. This is where all you need for entertainment, politics, movies, and whatnot.
And keep watching VOP TV.
So keep it locked because I'm locked already, man, and it's money back guarantee. So you're gonna have a good time because I do.
And please keep watching VOP TV.
I want you to actually, I beg you, subscribe, watch it. If not, whatever you see.
You better not touch that dial because VOP is the plot.
This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People Television, where your health has a voice.
Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I. From social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more. Tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The People's Voice. Make your voice count. The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before. Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice. VOP TV. Now you have more.
And here's to VOP TV. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
My name is Made Kuti and you're watching VOP TV. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls. This is VOP TV. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is heard.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV.
Welcome, guys. The show is Hashtags right here on VOP TV. This is where I get to tell you all things trending and all things topical. My name is Vivian Oguche, and it's a pleasure to have you hang out with us. I say us because it's a whole team, those you see on air and those who are backstage trying to ensure that all things work well. Now, without further ado, we're going to hit the ground running. Oh, hey, if this is your first time, accept a warm welcome from us. So, guys, you remember how towards the end of 2025, there was allegedly a coup d'etat. We had major publications like Premium Times report it, but government or authorities came out to say that no, there was nothing like that. There was no attempt at regime change and all of that. But shortly afterwards, we heard that a number of soldiers had been arrested, and they were arrested because they were how will I say it now? That they did not follow procedures. That's what the authorities said. Fast forward to 2026, I'm talking about today. This is breaking news, guys. The DHQ has finally admitted that there was an attempt at removing President Tinubu, that there was a coup d'etat, an attempted coup d'etat at the end of 2025. And of course, netizens are reacting. A number of publications have disposed. We're going to take a look at them one after the other. The DHQ also has a statement. We're going to be bringing that to you. Let's take a look. So the People's Gazette says, coup, Nigerian military officers arrested to be court-martialed for attempting to overthrow Tinubu government says, to overthrow Tinubu's government, says DHQ. Let me take it again. Nigerian military officers arrested to be court-martialed for attempting to overthrow Tinubu's government, says DHQ. The DHQ noted that officers involved in the plot will be charged in accordance with military judicial regulations. The Pulse also has this one. Let's take a look at the next post now by the Pulse. So Pulse Nigeria says, yes, there was truly an attempted coup against President Tinubu. After first denying, the Nigerian armed forces have just confirmed it. Findings have identified the officers with allegations of plotting to overthrow the government. They will be arraigned to face trial, is what Pulse Nigeria is saying. Let's take a look at the next post. Also, Daily Trust. These are elite publications. Daily Trust says, breaking, military finally admits coup plot against Tinubu. Netizens are saying, of course, we knew it happened, that they were not even taking the denials for granted. Let's take a look at the reactions now. Divine says, people already knew right from the day they denied it. Anything Nigerian government denies, just know it's true. I Occupy Nigeria says, by the way, which one na AFN? Now coup plotters where they use acronyms. And then he says AFN, SMC, AFRC, PRC. Are you scratching your head and wondering what I Occupy Nigeria is saying? I think he's reacting to the statement put up by the DHQ. You're going to really understand it in a short while. AFN, by the way, means the Armed Forces of Nigeria. And now each year says nothing stays hidden forever. The next one. So CPU Prosper says this is a sign of confidence in the military's position in Nigeria. The arm of the Federation should defend this publication that it is not true. I'm trying to wrap my head around what CPU is saying. But hey, Raji says we all know it was true. Mr. Ebony says, did anyone doubt it? Sadon says, interesting. Let's take a look at the next one now. So this is Leon. Leon says, stop the lies. There was no coup anywhere. Once it becomes clear that people are angry about this government, you will bring up this coup issue. And then New Ben says, are they not supposed to tender an unreserved apology for deceiving and lying to Nigerians? And then Aliu says, it's all right. Frank says, another distraction. Una don they target the remaining middle belt officers who remain for army. Do you guys understand why Frank is saying this? Because allegedly a number of officers from the middle belt, talking about the North Central, were fingered in the coup d'etat. Let's take a look at the next post. So this is the DHQ now, Defense Headquarters, Nigeria. It will be recalled that the Defense Headquarters issued a press statement in October 2025 regarding the arrest of 16 officers over acts of indiscipline and breaches of service regulations. The Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFN, that is what I Occupy Nigeria is talking about, wishes to inform the general public that investigations into the matter have been concluded and the report forwarded to appropriate superior authority in line with extant regulations. The comprehensive investigation process conducted in accordance with established military procedures has carefully examined all circumstances surrounding the conduct of the affected personnel. The findings have identified a number of the officers with allegations of plotting to overthrow the government, which is inconsistent with the ethics, values, and professional standards required of members of the AFN. The concluding part of that post now, let's take a look at it. And it says, accordingly, those with cases to answer will be formally arraigned before appropriate military judicial panel to face trial in accordance with the Armed Forces Act and other applicable service regulations. This ensures accountability while upholding the principles of fairness and due process. The AFN reiterates that measures being taken are purely disciplinary and part of ongoing institutional mechanisms to preserve order, discipline, and operational effectiveness within the ranks. The armed forces remain resolute in maintaining the highest standards of professionalism, loyalty, and respect for constitutional authority. And it is signed Samaila Uba, Major General Director of Defense Information, and it just dropped today. So there you go, guys. The plot is beginning to open up. This is a classical Pandora's box being opened, I can tell you that. Lots of reactions, and we're going to wait to see how lawyers to these soldiers now are going to be, unveiling what they have in their sleeves. Because we saw SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, who said, look, Was there a coup d'etat or wasn't there a coup d'etat? This was just over the weekend. Though. Are you sure it wasn't his comments that even prompted them to drop this? Because he said, look, if the soldiers actually attempted a regime change, and he acknowledges that that is not acceptable in a democracy, if that happened, then charge them to court instead of just, keeping them in a jail where nobody knows anything about them. So I can tell you that this is the beginning of this matter. And as it unfolds, we'll keep you posted. Let's quickly take a look at another unfolding story, which is the FCTA. You might want to call it the FCTA striking out worker strike. Yes. So all is definitely not well with FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. We heard that he had to disguise himself and stiltly run out of his office today because workers under his immediate constituency, workers were today striking over unpaid salaries and welfare that is not welfare. Let me just put it that way. This is me paraphrasing now. So lots of videos for you to watch, so I'm not going to sermonize over this one now. Let me take you to X so you see how this one is panning out. Hashtag FCTA workers strike. Let's do it. Yeah. So truthfully says Femi Falana SAN in court this morning in solidarity with striking FCTA workers. And then truthfully says Wike is in a big mess this time around. Now, do we know if Femi Falana is actually in solidarity with the striking workers, or maybe he was just going about his business? Well, your guess is as good as mine. But truthfully, put up this video. Take a look, guys. Can we take a look at the next post now? Because it's going to be one post, one video. One post, one video. It is hashtag FCTA workers strike. Let's take a look at the next post now. This is Arise News, and it says union workers intercept Wike's convoy at FCTA Secretariat back gate. Members of the Joint Unions Action Committee and the Nigerian Union of Teachers attempted to block Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike's convoy as he exited the FCTA Secretariat via the rear entrance in what appeared to be an effort to prevent his departure. Take a look, guys, at this video.
Gentlemen, Wike is on the run. Staffs are following him. Wike is on the road, gentlemen. Wike is on the road. The staffs are following him. He's on the run. Guys, he's on the run. The Honorable Minister is on the run. Staffs are following him. He's on the run. Guys, Honorable Minister is on the run. He's on the run. The Honorable Minister is on the run, guys. He has run. He's on the run, guys. The Honorable Minister is on the run. Wike is on the run. Gentlemen, Wike is on the run. Gentlemen, Wike is on the run, gentlemen. Wike is on the run. Gentlemen, Wike is on the run. He is on the run. Gentlemen, he is on the run. Gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of FCT is on the run. Guys, the staffs are following, I can't run anymore. He's on the run. The FCT Minister is on the run. Guys, he's on the run. He ran from the other gate. He's gone now. He's on the run. He's on the run. He has... He don't go back. He's on the run, gentlemen. He has run. The Honorable Minister has run away. He can't face the staffs. Gentlemen, he run. He can't meet with the staff. He run away. Gentlemen, the minister has run. He has run away. The honorable minister has run away. He has run away. The holy, he has run.
I can't, I'm almost speechless. I do not know what to say. I don't know if I'm going to say, oh my gosh, or is this actually happening? But guys, did you did you predict you were ever going to see a day like this where the FCT minister will have to sneak out the back door because his staffers are pursuing him over unpaid salaries or emoluments or whatever? It is unbelievable. I can tell you that. And netizens are going to be expressing this as well. But we have one more post and one more video before we take a look at the reactions. But gosh, things definitely are not all right with the FCT minister, Nyesom Wiki. Like you kept hearing the guy in the commentary there. But let's take a look at the next post now, shall we? Hashtag FCTA workers strike. So this is Dami Adenuga, who is also very, very active online. He says, Wike reportedly left his office through the back gate without a siren as striking FCTA staff pursued him, shouting, "Ole, ole." Guys, did you catch the ole, ole part? In case you didn't that first time, just take a listen. They are calling the FCT minister that.
See Wike sneaking out. See him running. See him running out. See him sneaking out. See him sneaking out. See Wike sneaking out. See him running. See him running. Ole! 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 Ole!
But so there you go. You know what ole means, guys? It is thief. How did they even get to this level is the question I'm asking, and not just me. Lots of people online. In fact, some netizens were asking, is this for real? Some were asking Grok, is this for real? Of course, it's real. Now, let's begin to take a look at reactions now. And I can tell you this happened today in the FCT. This is Stephen Gerrard, who's Stephen Gerrard. Are you kidding me? Stephen Gerrard of Liverpool or what now? I'm not sure. But Stephen Gerrard says, publicly humiliating a sitting minister, shouting, "Ole, ole," and forcing him to sneak out through a back gate without a siren crosses every line of decency and professionalism. Peaceful protest is a right, but mob action, intimidation, and ridicule are not. Such behavior undermines a civil service ethics, weakens respect for public institutions, and pushes legitimate demands into the gutter. If there are issues with Minister Wike's leadership, there are lawful and civilized channels to address them, not chaos and public shaming or shouting "ole" in a public or in public. It is not acceptable. King P-Bat Food Soldier says, Nigerians can easily believe anything as long as they don't like the person. If I ask you guys now, wetin Wike do you or your family will make you hate him, you don't have any reason. We need to wake up as a nation. So these are a couple of reactions, netizens who are not very happy with the way this whole thing is panning out. But let's continue to take a look at more reactions. It's actually different strokes for different folks. Great says one day the youth of this country will chase all of them out of the office. More reactions? So Dion Saint says, is this normal or am I missing something? You amiibos. Oba of Port Harcourt says, one day, it go sup for this country, wallahi. They play, it go soon sup. Hunger na your mate. And Sammy Damilola says, seems there may be hope, Niger. So Sammy is saying this is actually a hopeful event. Well, let's see how that goes. More reactions? So Flody says, he go settle them soon. As usual, them go forget. Lex J says his downfall is getting closer. Loki Bet says, let's keep warming up like this and not stop. So you see, it is some for and some against. Some people are actually interpreting this to be the beginning of the end for the FCT minister because just last week, I think it was Friday, we saw a number of youths from the APC who actually were in the APC holding placards. Wike must go. The same thing happened here today, and they were asking President Tinubu to sack the FCT minister. So some people are adding one and one together and saying this probably might be as a result of what's playing out in Wike's home state, talking about River State and his, beef with his former godson, Siminalayi Fubara. Well, we keep our fingers crossed to see how this particular one pans out. Let's move on now to the next hashtag, shall we? Yeah. The next one is hashtag Soludo. I'm talking about Professor Charles Soludo. He is governor of Anambra State, and something, should I say, something serious really happened today and is trending online. So Easterners, a number of Easterners, traders, were observing the normal, what has come to be normal in that part of the country, Monday sit at home, and the governor paid a visit to traders in Onitsha market and decided to close down the market for 1 week because they were participating in the Monday sit at home. And he said, if you don't stop it, the next time you do it again, I'm not just going to shut the market down for 1 week, it's going to be 1 month. So some netizens are saying, you won't force people go market or stuff like that. But some are also saying, there must be a reason why the governor is doing what he's doing. Some are also saying, look, negotiate, don't use brute force. Let me take you to X now so you see the post and then the video and then the reactions. It is hashtag Soludo. Yeah, the first post now. This is Chooks, who's also very active online, always bringing us breaking news, says, Governor Chukwuma Soludo this morning ordered a 1 week shutdown of Onitsha main market over traders' compliance with the Monday sit-at-home order, warning of a longer closure if they fail to reopen. Security agencies have sealed the market to enforce the directive. Guys, no trading in this market for 1 full week, starting today. Take a listen.
Yes. And the rules are that markets are open Monday to Saturday. If you are not prepared to open your shops Monday to Saturday, then leave Anambra, go to elsewhere. Simple. Period. Okay? So, this market will be shut down for the remainder of this week. It will not be open tomorrow. It will not be open on Wednesday. It will not be open on Thursday. It will not be open on Friday. It will open again on Monday. And if we come on Monday, you want what? Yes. And the rules are that markets are open Monday to Saturday. If you are not prepared to open your shops Monday to Saturday, then leave Anambra, go to elsewhere. Simple. Period. Okay?
So that is the governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, talking to traders, and you saw them responding, or you could hear them responding. They were at the background and all. The camera wasn't on them. But I think there was an attempt at some form of conversation. I don't think that panned out well. But not, like I said earlier, a number of netizens are saying he should actually try to see if they can come, to a compromise, come to something like an agreement between two parties to ensure that this whole works for all parties involved. Let me take you to X now so you see how netizens are reacting to this particular hashtag Soludo, which is also appearing as hashtag IPOP, also appearing as hashtag sit at home. Let's take a look at the first reaction. Yeah, MS says Soludo should handle this matter delicately as it has security implications for those that defy the sit at home order. Closing the market is not a solution as it is preventing the traders from earning a living. Guys, listen to Eme. I think this is worthy of a second take. Let me take it again. Eme says, Soludo should handle this matter delicately as it has security implications for those that defy the sit-at-home order. In other words, some are doing it because if they don't do it, they might be harmed. That's what Eme is saying. And then Eme goes on to say, closing the market is not a solution as he is preventing the traders from earning a living. Nkeru says, you are avoiding the real issue. Why is the sit-at-home in the first place? Is the million-dollar question Nkeru is asking. More reactions. Yeah, this is Beth Yu, who says, will he force people to come to the market? MK says, strong move from Soludo. A one-week shutdown is a clear message. Economic sabotage can't be normalized. Hopefully, this pushes traders to reopen and restores normalcy in Onitsha. Senator Obi says closing the market for the week will not solve anything. You cannot force me to open my shop when I don't want to. This isn't fair. And Peter Obi's trumpeter says this is not a matter you deal with force. Never. Many people have tried and failed. Governor, you can't achieve any result with force. Negotiations and meetings will do better. But I'm looking at this from a totally different angle. So what would traders and buyers do in this instance, since this market, which is a major one, will be shut down for 1 week? They'll probably look for option B, and some will probably have to travel to longer distances to, buy food or essentials. I'm hoping that this doesn't spiral out of control and that eventually the governor and the people will be able to come to a round table and make headway. Yeah. On that note, we move on to hashtag Betrayal Day. NNPP chieftain, Kwankwaso, I don't even know if I can call him an NNPP chieftain, because once upon a time, the NNPP sacked him. So where is he actually? Is he in a party or is he not in a party? But he keeps talking about the NNPC, as his constituency. But hey, this is what's happening. Former Governor of Kwara State, Kwankwaso, has declared January 23 Betrayal Day. And it's all because of what once upon a time, his own ally, once upon a time, talking about Governor Abba Yusuf, once upon a time was Kwankwaso's ally. But it looks like the cookie is beginning to crumble. Abba Yusuf last week resigned from the NNPP. Does that mean he's no longer a member of the Kwankwasia movement? I just leave that to you. Just let it sink in a little bit. But then he resigned from the NNPP, citing internal wrangling, destabilizing leadership, both at the national and the state level. And so today is already all over that he has decamped to the APC. A number of people said they saw that coming because not too long ago, about 5-6 days ago, he was in a closed-door meeting with President Tinubu. So it looked like people already put one and one together to give them two. Now, his ally, Kwankwaso, who ensured that he flew on the platform of the party, NNPP, that brought him to power as the governor of Kano State, is not happy, or seems like it's not happy over the move, and he's saying he has been betrayed and has named January 23 Betrayal Day. But netizens are saying no. These two people are just trying to play Nigerians, that this is stage managed, that Kwankwaso is actually in bed with Yusuf and in bed with President Tinubu, and they are trying to, deceive Nigerians, is what they're saying. But this is not me, right? This is netizens talking. So let me just take you to X now so you see their posts and how netizens are reacting to it. Yeah. Hashtag Betrayal Day. Emeka Ike took this from Nigerian Affairs Journal, and it says, today, as the leader of this movement, I declared the 23rd of January as Betrayal Day. We believe that day should be permanently recorded in history to ensure global awareness of betrayal and the breaking of trust exists. Rabiu Kwankwaso, a former governor of Kano State, reacting to Governor Abba Yusuf's defection to the APC. This was put up on the 24th of January. It happened over the weekend. Now, let's take a look at the next post. So this is Nigerian Affairs Journal reporting on that matter. Says, today, as the leader of this movement, I declare the 23rd of January as Betrayal Day. We believe that day should be permanently recorded in history to ensure global awareness of betrayal and the breaking of trust exists. NNPP leader, now that is contestable. It is debatable whether he is an NNPP member or not. It's just like Wiki and Fayoshe. We don't know if they are in the PDP or not. Well, NNPP leader Rabiu Kwankwaso speaks on Governor Abba Yusuf's resignation from NNPP and his planned defection to the APC. Well, it's no longer planned. He has officially defected to the APC. So netizens are responding. Let's take a look. So James says, wait a minute. So Kwankwaso wasn't in support of Abba, the governor, moving to APC? Is the $1 million question netizens are asking. The next one. So Oba says, I still don't trust this man. It looks like it's all planned. So you see the trajectory this is taking, right? Netizens are saying, these two people, they know what they are doing. They are working together. The next one. So Farmer Aki Alabi says, this man is playing a big chess. I like him. And you know the thing about chess, yeah, it is highly cerebral. It takes a lot of brain power to play that game. Feigning 11, I hope I got that right. Feigning, tomatoes, potatoes. Fanning says he has been demystified, talking about Kwankwaso. The next one. So Bugsy says they are both acting a script. The next one. Loaded Plug says Abba can't deliver Kano to APC. Not possible. Kwankwaso holds down Kano 100%. And then he goes on to say, can we remove the hashtag betrayal day so we can read the last sentence? Yeah, thank you. And then Loaded Plug goes on to say, combination of Ganduje, Jibril, and Abba can't defeat Kwankwaso. Well, this sounds like, ominous. But hey, Eli Akim says, see how he is smiling while playing the script. Dan Hover says, the day you understand in politics that interest is the guiding principle, the rest, Najara. Hamza Abdullahi says, Kwankwaso's son resigns as Kano Commissioner for Youth and Sports. So this is the latest development. And this makes me want to think twice. If this is happening, if Kwankwaso's son is resigning from Governor Abba Yusuf's administration, then maybe all is really not well between Governor Yusuf and Kwankwaso. So Hamza says Mustafa Rabiu Kwankwaso, son of former Kano Governor and NNPP National Leader Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, has resigned as Honorable Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development and member of the Kano State Executive Council under Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf. In a statement released today, Mustafa Rabiu Kwankwaso announced his resignation with the following words, quote, it is with a heavy heart that I announce my resignation as Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Youth and Sports Development and member of the Kano State Executive Council. He continues by saying, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf for the opportunity to serve the great people of Kano State. I have cherished the experience and lessons gained while serving, and I appreciate the trust placed in me. That's the concluding part. Let's take a look at it. And then he says, as I resign, I pray that the youth of Kano State will continue to receive the attention and support they deserve. I hope for the best for our sports development programs and initiatives, and I am confident that they will flourish in the years to come. And he says, may Allah continue to shower his blessings on our beloved Kano State. I wish the government and people of Kano State all the best. End of quote. And that is Kwankwaso and his son, who just resigned from Honorable Abba Yusuf's cabinet. So it looks like this whole drama is panning out. In Nollywood, they will say the saga has just begun. As events unfold, guys, we will keep you posted. Do not forget that it wasn't just Governor Yusuf that resigned from the NNPP and defected to the APC. He took the whole cabinet with him, including the local government chairman. It's awesome. It's mind-boggling. It's what's happening in Kano State right now. There are permutations going on, and people are saying 2027 is gearing up to be truly a clash of the titans. But like I said, we'll keep you posted as events unfold. The next hashtag now is, like we do, follow-ups. This is a follow-up to a story we've been following from the world get-go, talking of hashtag tax reforms. So you do know that once upon a time, a representative, Dasuki from Sokoto State, who is actually a major player in the Green Chamber, talking about Nigeria's House of Representatives, blew the whistle to say that the copy of the tax reforms harmonized by the National Assembly wasn't what the federal government gazetted. Now, the federal government, the tax office, came out to downplay this whole thing and said it was just a process thing and that, hey, it wasn't a big deal. And they're proceeding to implement these laws. Even though clerics and lots of Nigerians have said, put put a pause on it. Let's understand what's going on. Is it forged or isn't it forged? Lots of people calling for an investigation. Well, the House of Representatives again just came out to say that it is forged. Stop it. Let's investigate it. Netizens are reacting. Some are saying this is an impeachable offense. Some are saying it's treasonable and all. Let's take a look at the first post now, shall we? Hashtag tax reforms. Trending Explain says, update. Reps have confirmed the illegal forgeries on the new tax laws, such as the right to arrest and sell properties without court order. Illegal mandatory 20% upfront payment before right to appeal. Mandating petroleum tax in USD. Reduced reporting threshold, 50 million naira to 25 million naira and 250 million naira to 100 million? Yeah, 100 million naira. That would be for businesses and many more. The panel requested an extension of time to conduct a more comprehensive probe into the matter. There are responses to this one. Let's take a look at them. So, by our words and actions, we are angels or demons. Oh my gosh, this is someone's handle. Let me take it again. It's interesting. It's the person's name on X. By our words and actions, we are angels or demons. Wow. Says the illegalities are just too much. Where are our government and independent auditors? Where are our civil society? Societies that will be, where is at Serap Nigeria? Where is at ICPC Nigeria and at official EFCC? Lawyers everywhere, yet these things happen. Senate and HOR members, HOR will be House of Reps members. Well, they are the ones blowing the whistle, yeah? So they're actually here. And then it goes on to say, by our words and actions, we are angels or demons, goes on and say that the people really need to act. Yeah, is what it says. Najib Bello says, someone should be charged with treason for forgery of a National Assembly tax law. Yeah? This is Najib. Olaoluwa says, someone that said KPMG tax experts do not understand the new tax laws. We should have known. Let's go back. Let's go back to the second one. Yeah, we should have known that there weren't real tax laws. KPMG, by the way, is an elite independent auditing firm that had actually said it was forged, a number of them, but the federal government came out to say no, they weren't right. Now, let's take a look at the next one, shall we? Yeah, so a nerd with facts says, funny how stealth tax law almost gave officials the power to act like the police, a judge, and an auctioneer all at once. The proposed changes included a pay-to-play rule where you would have to hand over 20% of your disputed tax upfront just for the right to appeal. Well, if you are trying to understand that one, you and me both, it is humongous. That is why Nigerians are saying, look, educate the people first. Pause the implementation of these tax laws. Let Nigerians understand it. Let everybody come on board before implementation. If you really are doing this for the people, because the federal government has said that it is for the vulnerable, it will favor the vulnerable. If that is true, then please listen to the cries of the vulnerable. Like I said earlier on, even clerics are saying, please pause a little. Let's understand this thing and agree with you before you move ahead. And I think that's the best way to go. We wrap up that particular hashtag now, and we move to the next one, which is hashtag VP Shettima. So you do know that last week, Vice President Kashim Shettima was in Switzerland, Davos. He was attending the World Economic Forum. Well, he is back in the country, and shortly before President Tinubu departed the nation for Turkey, because President Tinubu has traveled again, but shortly before he traveled, VP Shettima paid him a visit to, bring him abreast or to bring him up to date as to how it all panned out in Switzerland. And presidential spokesperson Bayo Onanuga put up that post and a silent film to accompany that. When it's time for us to show you that video, I'll let you know. But first, let's take a look at the post by Mr. Onanuga, shall we? It is hashtag VP Shettima. So Bayo Onanuga, OON, CON, says, Vice President Kashim Shettima briefed President Bola Tinubu on Monday on his participation at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, just moments before the president departed for a state visit to Turkey. Now, I told you, there is a video. Let's take a look at it while I walk you through exactly what you're seeing on your screen now. I'm just going to walk you through it. That's VP Shettima arriving in the State House to give account of his trip to Switzerland to his boss, President Tinubu. And that's him greeting aides. That's him greeting President Tinubu in President Tinubu's office. It looked like someone interrupted their pleasantries, and someone is wishing to be a fly on the wall to know what President Tinubu is saying. But then, take a look. Take a look at that last scene. VP Shettima, I would like for you to take a look at that. Yeah, that's him picking up a book. Now, I want you to take a look at that because a netizen is going to react to that particular scene so that you will know, according to him, that all is well between VP Shettima and President Tinubu. But is it? Because there are talks of the president trying to shuffle his cabinet, and that one of the people that might be affected might be his VP, Shettima. So let's go back to XA, take a look at what netizens are saying, shall we? Yeah. So Omoigbo says, briefing without paper or laptop. Just write that Vice President Shettima came to inform the president that he has returned from the World Economic Forum. A briefing is a formal exercise that is done in a prescribed manner. This one is to show you that netizens sabi book well. Well, Youth in Process says, funny how some leaders are globe-trotting while your vote is gathering dust at home. Democracy isn't sightseeing. It's showing up and holding them accountable. More reactions? Sebastian Charles says, this one is English. Let's see and feel the impact. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. Let's take a look at the next one. So this is Omo. I'll just settle at Omo. Omo says, may Nigeria succeed. May God bless Nigeria. I say amen. Yeah, on two counts. Amen to that. Sonwo Fatima says, may Nigeria continue to succeed. I say amen again. And Sadon says, interesting. One more reaction I'd like for you to take a look at. So AV Lugard says, participation that nothing is coming out of. By the way, why aren't you posting things about your office? Or are you not currently holding any political position? He's referring to VP Shettima. And it goes on to say, apparently you're not doing anything there, just occupying space. This is AV Lugard. Ralph Matt says, people are unnecessarily trying to sow a discord between PBAT and VP regarding the 2027 election. If you watch this video closely, at the end, you see the VP picking up a book from his boss's table in a relaxed manner. You see that in a relaxed manner. This is it. And thank you to the whole crew for bringing us back to this part again. This is the part the netizen is referring to. You take a look at it in a short while. You see, yeah. So this netizen feels that all is well between President Tinubu and his VP, Kashim Shettima, and that there is no skeleton in President Tinubu's closet ahead of 2027. And on that note, we wrap up that particular hashtag now. And quickly, away from politics and all of that, let's dive a little bit into entertainment. Funke Akindele, maestro. Can I call her that? Yeah, I think she's in her bragging rights. She put up a post, a couple of posts today, and a video of herself and Sanwo-Olu, His Excellency Governor Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State. You know, they were, having a chat and all of that. But there's something that's going to lead up to that video. I'd like for you to take a look at it. It's Funke Akindele that put up this post, the hashtag Funke Akindele. Let's take a look at the first post. And Funke Akindele says, this is it. She hit another milestone, 2.4 billion. Yeah, for behind the scene, her latest movie. She says, an incredible milestone. I'm truly grateful to my family. Thank you, West Africa, for taking hashtag behind the scenes to 2.4 billion naira at the box office. Your love and support mean everything to me. Hashtag behind the scenes is still showing nationwide. And then she says, to God be the glory. The next post. So this is Funke Akindele again saying, a truly humbling moment as the governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, watched my movie Behind the Scenes. Moments like this remind me that when you stay committed to your craft and remain consistent, your work will speak for you in places you never imagined. I feel so fulfilled and happy knowing this film touched many hearts and that the message I hope to pass across was felt. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your time and thoughtful feedback. She put up this video, silent at the beginning, and then we'll put up the soundbite for you to take a look at. Now, what you're saying is Funke Akindele coming into this space now where Governor Sanwo-Olu is watching, you know, the movie Behind the Scenes, rapt attention. Did you see him covering himself with that blanket? Maybe that place is extremely cold like this studio now, and I'm really loving it. Now, take a listen to what you're saying.
I missed it. I missed it because I had an expectation, but I got a big twist. It was extremely big twist. I was confused when she died, you know, and I was like, so what are we going to see next? I had no idea. So the twist is incredible, you know. I mean, and that is really where the story begins, you know. And the Victor part, it's really, I mean, the story is very strong, very impressive. So this tells a lot of, you know, learning, you know, and we all have to take something back. You know, we all have to take something back about ensuring that, you know, we need to protect ourselves. We cannot satisfy the world. No matter what you do, people will remain people. So it has to be, how do you ensure that you stay true, you can protect yourself, not friends, not family, but just, you know, what you stand for, you know, and the people you least respect. You know, I read something yesterday when it says you spell, you know, love, and the person spells time. You know, and it says, you know, the person you love is the person you give your time to. You know, if you can create and make out your time, that means you actually love the person. And you could see the house, how they look everywhere. And because that's how they'll be built. It's actually a very strong story. It's a lot.
Netizens are bringing politics into this. For crying out loud, how can you watch stuff like this and you're bringing politics? By the way, spoiler alert for you if you've not watched Behind the Scenes, because the governor, I'm calling him president, maybe he's going to become one in future. Well, Governor Sanwo-Olu was talking about somebody that died, but hey, ignore it and still go out and watch the movie. But let's see how netizens are responding to it. Like I said, they're bringing politics into this whole thing. Remember that Funke Akindele, by the way, once upon a time was a member of the PDP, and she and her principal ran against Governor Sanwo-Olu, is what netizens are saying now. They're bringing that up. The internet never forgets, is what they say. Let's take a look at the reactions quickly now, shall we? Yeah. So, Omo Naija says, Abi eyes, they pain me. You once contested against this man in Lagos. Updated Boys says, our Update Boys says, politics no be gidigbo for Yoruba land. We are Yoruba first before anything. And Bankole says, spoilers for those who haven't watched. But then, now the governor, Shah. More reactions. Accolades for Funke pouring in now. Babatunde says, Daniel, Boala, Reno, Mokri, Funke Akindele, all on the one hand, and Tony Abraham, Shehi Law, Joy Bukwe on the other hand. The APC's reward system is interesting. The Bobby's stand-up comedy on this matter is fresher every day. And then Michael says, behind the scenes, let not lie, the movie makes sense. And then Matthew says, David Matthew, even the governor of Lagos wasn't left out in watching the record-breaking movie. So we say congratulations again to Funke Akindele. This is Abiola saying, congratulations, dear superstar. God has ordained it that heads shall roll and kings shall line up to endorse your craft. Now, God, I'm curious to know what kind of cinema the Gav watched from. This looks exquisitely executive. And then Mr. Charles says, congratulations, you have been in the game and made memorable movies, and notably the Jennifer Diaries. You deserve every achievement. By Handy Saints, it's a must-watch, ERL. All right, and on that happy note, we wrap up the show today. We actually had more on our plate for you, but hey, time is up. We'll promise to bring the rest to you tomorrow. So hey, keep a date again with us, same time, same station for another edition. But it would be remiss of me not to say thanks to the very incredible team backstage. Today's show was flawless, and I appreciate it. Thank you for all you do, guys. I appreciate it. Bigger thanks, of course, goes to you for watching. And like I said, join us again for another edition of this show. Hashtags, same time, same station. Until then, I am Vivian Oguche, and bye for now.
Extraordinary. Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television. VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
My name is Taro Familoni, and here's to VOP TV. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
Arararara, my name is Made Kuti, and you're watching BOP TV. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls. This is VOP TV. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is heard.
This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People Television, where your health has a voice.
Behind every broken desk lies a broken promise. Education shapes the nations. But who is asking the right questions? Introducing Edu Dialogue, the show that goes beyond the surface, exposes